So I have these 5 fabrics that I want to make something with, or maybe multiple somethings. There might be enough fabric here that I can make like 2 shirts or something. So first, let me look at these. So I really like these 3 colors together, but these 2 I both have about a yard of, which means I have enough I can do something with them using these 3 colors together. And then I'll do something different using these 2 because they also look good together. I guess let's get going on the design. So what I was thinking for the purple one is I wanted to do a color block. I wanted to do color blocks with them that kind of makes a diagonal up like this. I'll have the purple down here and in these parts, and then we'll have the gray color up here. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for the purple and gray one. For the green, brown, and cream one, I was thinking I would probably make the main color, that cream color, and then I would use the green for the sleeves, and then also the band at the bottom here. And then I would use that brown orange color to do the pocket. And then this neck, I don't think I have enough to do a full hood with the brown, but I can do like a neck cowl. So with the fabric that I have, I'm going to try to do these 2 designs. So the next step, I will show you which patterns I'm using and how I'm going to edit them. And it'll probably turn into some kind of tutorial about how to do color blocking on a pattern, because that's something that's really useful if you want to be working with remnants and scraps. So for the kind of hoodie sweater pattern, I'm going to start with this one. So this one here, I'm going to adjust the neckline because that's a little bit deeper than I want it to be. So I'm going to adjust the neckline to bring it up a bit, and I'm going to change the hood into more of a cowl. I'm also going to make a band along the bottom instead of what it has there, and make the arms a little bit wider because I prefer wider arms than that. The more difficult one is going to be this one. So for this one, I'm starting with this pattern. Now I've used this pattern before, but I'm going to make some more edits to this one. So first what I'm going to do is shorten it, and the pockets I'm not going to include. And then, of course, the more difficult part that I have to do is do the color blocking. Since this is going to be an asymmetrical sweater, I'm going to have to go through each piece and separate it into the purple color and the gray color, and cut it out, and then cut them out one at a time. Both sides of both the front and the back and both sleeves are going to look different. But I will show you my process for color blocking, so that then if you have a pattern, it can be this pattern, it can be any pattern really that you are interested in, you can use the same process for taking the pieces apart and basically adding seam allowance so that you can put them together again. Okay, so this is for the purple and gray sweater. The first thing I want to do is shorten them. Since both sides are different, we can't have it be like cutting on the fold because you'll end up with a symmetrical sweater, which is what we want. So, I already did this. We need to have front and back as full pieces. We want both left and right sleeves because both the left and right side are going to be slightly different. So first, I am going to handle the front, and I'm going to get the back to match the front, and then we'll move to the sleeves and try to get that diagonal to work. I'm going to go right under the sleeve here so I don't have to worry about this part, about the sleeve head. Okay, so then this part here will be purple, and this will be gray. We need to match this diagonal on the back. So, I want to line these up here. these up so that here's where the top side is going to be. And we want to do the same thing for the other side. So here we've got these. The second side to be. And now that we have those 2 points, all we have to do on the back. And then we should have the back to match the front. So this will be purple. And this part will be gray. It'll probably be difficult to get this part perfect without like actually doing like a mock-up and then doing it. But something around here is where it's gonna be. Let me find the center of the sleeve-ish. So we're going to swoop it around. So this is straight. Alright, so this is going to, and then I'm just going to kind of swoop it around. So that this little part down here is purple, and the cuff will be purple, and then this part will be gray. So again, it's a little difficult to know exactly how it's going to line up, so we'll just do our best. And I know that this was going to come down here, so probably somewhere around here. So the next step, once you have your lines, your color blocking lines drawn in, you want to cut them apart. And then what we need to do is we need to add seam allowance along these edges.
We finished making the patterns and doing the color blocking. So then today I'm going to get around to cutting out the fabric and getting started on my sweaters.
So the next step is going to be putting together all of your pieces and then putting them together. So this is for the little hoodie, and then the new pieces that I'm going to make to go with this are going to be, I want a band at the bottom of the hoodie. I need to make the front pocket, and I want to make cuffs for the arms, for the sleeves. So let's get started with these edits. Now that we have all of our pieces cut out, it is time to put it all together. I'll start with the pocket and the front and the back, and then we'll add the sleeves and the bands. So this is the finished hoodie. Here's the front. Here's the other one. I actually really like how the purple one came out.